This has become necessary because we have successfully been able to run projects and grants for the last 24 months. And most of these projects have come to a place where they've made some very significant outcomes and findings. And so what we're hoping to do is to bring together national stakeholders from different sectors and then try and communicate these outcomes to them, with a hope that we can be able to find collaborative opportunities. We can also be able to build some synergies and then mainstream some of the outcomes into existing programs or plans and strategies that these various institutions and agencies and authorities are rolling out in order to help us address the problem of air pollution in Ghana. Bridge Cities has significantly contributed because up until the onset of the Bridge Cities work, you would not have been able to say there's a low-cost sensor network in any city in the country. And currently, the Bridge Cities low-cost sensor network is the only real-time sensor network in the country. Recently, the Ghana APA launched one, which is only in the parts of the city. And so it's still the largest network as it stands. You would also come to find out that in a long time, there's not been any major campaign on broadcast channels, on traditional media, on digital media, on air pollution. And we can say that the last numbers we looked at for our campaigns, we're looking at almost 8 million reach. And that is a very significant outcome for what we're doing. In all, we've also done a lot of engagement with various agencies, with various sectors and vulnerable groups to build awareness, to do public education, to do sensitization, and then to also build capacity of even medical staff, health directors, health promotion officers, because it's not just enough to say that you're a doctor, but for us it's important for you to understand that if air pollution is a global second rate or second threat to health, it's important for our health professionals to know how they affect their health, what they can do, and how they can incorporate it in their work when they diagnose their patients or when they interact with them at the end of the day. We're hoping to get the full complement of the outcomes for most of the projects. We have about 8 projects that are currently running. And the end of it, we're hoping to do a strategic policy implementation that we can be able to use it as a playbook. The idea is running all these different projects comes up with different outcomes, different policy recommendations. We want to be able to tell public officials and policymakers that if you implement X, Y, Z policies, these are the short-term outcomes, these are the long-term outcomes, and these are the capacity you need. The low-hanging fruits, these are the ones you need to build capacity for. We are hoping we can see some more mainstreaming and then build more on the awareness and also the capacity to implement these policies, because it's good to know that we've done an air quality action plan, but do the people know how to implement it? So we're hoping to build on the work we've done, the foundation we've laid, and see how things can scale off to even be able to create more impact and get more results at the end of the day. So I'll completely disagree with the fact that it's been a decrease rate. The reason was that the first estimate that came out was from WHO, and that was in 2020 from their report. That estimated 28,000. That was the first estimate. And then the next estimate comes out and it's almost 32,000 people. It's more deaths than is happening from accidents. It's more deaths from malaria, from HIV, if you look at the time period. And so these are deaths annually. What we're telling ourselves is that we have all these different budget lines that are targeting things that don't kill as many people as air pollution does. It means that air pollution is not getting the needed attention, mainly because it's either too scientific or people are unaware or people do not know. If you ask me, I still think more people die from air pollution than even the estimates we have, because we do not have all the data and all the numbers aligned. What can we do is a very good thing for all of us to look at, because at the end of the day, even if one person is dying from air pollution, is a big problem. It's important that we think of 2 ways: how we're going to reduce the emission that is resulting in the air pollution, and how we're going to increase coping strategies, especially for vulnerable people. If I'm a fish smoker, that's my livelihood. I may not be able to stop smoking fish, but can I do it in a cleaner way? Can I use cleaner fuel? Can I have some protection? So the exposure You either reduce your emission or reduce your exposure. In this way, we can know we're protecting human lives. And so these controls and these strategies are what we should be interested in to see what we can do in order to protect public health. Often we tend to think it's just making a policy will fix the problem. But what we've come to realize is that sometimes also making people aware of a problem creates a lot more traction to deal with the problem. And so we've been able to get action plans that have been integrated into medium-term plans. That's a big deal. It means these air quality action plans are going to become indicators which districts are going to report on annually for the next years until 2030 when a new plan is done. For us, that's a big win because we want people to be able to talk about air pollution. And if there's a plan that's going to be integrated and they can talk about it for the next 3, 4, 6 years, it's a huge win for us.